Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. So yesterday we actually went 14-0. That's right, 14-0 sweep. I have one very strong play in the NBA in this video. Let me show you guys the receipts very quickly, and then I'll get right into the play. We had Michigan State -3.5. That came through. Took on Duke, bought it back a little bit, 4.5. And then we took Michigan also. That was talked about in the live yesterday. I also took Houston. You can see how much they won by right there. They won about like 22 points or something like that. I also doubled down on Duke right there. This was actually a live play. We took Houston under on Texas and Gonzaga. That came through also on a live play. This one was also a live play. This was also another live play. This was another live play under 231, Cavs and Pelicans. This one I actually mentioned in the video yesterday as well. I said we were going to fade the super heavy favorites that really just wanted to win the game. They didn't really care about covering these huge spreads. So these have been hitting very nicely for us ever since for about a week and a half now. Wizards at a +30.5, and then the Pacers at a +30.5. And we took this one live, Pacers and Spurs under 239.5. And then we took a 4-leg parlay, Duke, Thunder, Spurs, and Hawks. I'm going to speed this up now because there's a lot of them. Heat +6.5 and the Hawks at a -7.5. Again, this was a live play. And then I actually jumped on a separate live last night, and somebody mentioned, I think it was Scott, he said to look on the over for the Jazz, and then that came through for us. This was another one we did on the live, Warriors, Hawks, Clippers, Mavericks. And then another one, Lakers, Magic, Clippers, and so this was basically just double down on the same play. Now, before any haters say anything about Vanderbilt, I actually threw it out there. I'm going to show you the receipt for that. I said you might want to cash out of Vanderbilt because there's a lot of contradictions coming in on Nebraska. They were at home. The crowd was excited and stuff like that. So I said you might want to get out of Vanderbilt, and I did. And then they ended up losing. So I did not take that loss. I cashed out. So anyways, guys, you can see right there, 14-0. We did a massive sweep yesterday. And then I did that Vanderbilt update. You can see exactly what I just said. I sent this out to the VIP members to cash out of that Vanderbilt play. You might want to take a screenshot of this. This is what's been winning for us for about the last 3 weeks. Basically, we're doing very heavy research on which teams are motivated to win the playoffs or get better positioning or obviously getting better seeding and stuff like that. So this has been hitting for us a lot. As you saw yesterday, this was one of the major reasons why this is happening. So for today, the Celtics, they have a very high reasoning and motivated to stay strong in this game because they want better seasoning. So it tells you right there, the verdict is to back the favorite. Then you got the New York Knicks. They're very, very thin at covering spreads. So you might want to be careful with the spreads, but you definitely want to look at the Knicks to win overall. The Nuggets, they're already locked in. There's nothing they can do today that'll actually promote their rankings for the playoffs. So they're going to be coasting. Do not expect Jokic to play a lot of minutes, so don't look at his overs. So also the spread is very thin. I'm actually looking on the opposite side for that game. And now for the Raptors, I'm actually going to go with the Raptors. I'm going to show you the slip of exactly how I'm playing it. This is probably one of the best plays on the board for today. Now, before I show you the slip for the NBA, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out the link in the description and then go to free picks. Also, I'm doing a 71% off for the month VIP. That's going to be in the pinned comments. 71% off for the month VIP. So check that out. Now, let me show you exactly what's been happening in college and why we were able to win so much yesterday and the last couple of days. I'm going to explain this very quickly. If you guys want a better explanation of what I'm saying here, go check out the last 2 videos, especially 2 days ago, the actual video, not the live, and I explain how this system works. But very quickly, let me just explain. This is all the graphs for everything here for the defense. This is not today's game, by the way. This is just a random game. But basically, we're looking at the team rankings for the defense and for the offense. So these are all the stats. Now, what we're looking for is the effective field goal percentage, the free throw percentage, the turnover rate, and the offensive rebounds, and the assisted turnovers. Now, once we have all that information, we put a weight on it, and you can see all these numbers over here. Now, once we filter all that stuff out, it's already automatically done through the system. It goes through every single game for today. You can see there's 14 matchups for today. It goes through and it looks at every single one of the edges based on that information I gave you above, like the turnover rates, the offensive rebounds, the free throws, like the important ones, okay? Once it's all filtered out, you'll see that there's a small lean today on Arizona right here. UCLA has a small edge. These are all the small edges right here, okay? And it gives you the stability is stable versus stable. So obviously what you want to look for is something that's stable versus something that's mixed or not stable, okay? So basically that's what it does. It goes through every single game and it breaks down exactly which one has an edge over the other. Take a screenshot of this, guys. This is the one that I'm going to be looking at for sure. I have not taken the time to look at this. I wanted to make this video first, but these are the games I will be looking at for today. The overall picture, this tells you which teams are better than the others. So right there, you can clearly see that the large edges are the top three right there, Auburn. And then on the medium edges, you got Iowa, Cal, Wake, and so on. So make sure you check these out, take a screenshot. These are the plays that are very strong. As far as how the team goes, one versus the other. Then, like I said, we still have to go and do the research based on the injuries, the schedules, who ranks better than the other, stuff like that. So this is not the end-all be-all information, but it's an amazing start, and this is why we've been winning. The final thing I'll say here is that Kalshi markets, it's telling you which games are very strong. You can see Florida right there is 83% chance they're going to win, Arizona and Auburn. Just like I said, that matches what I was just talking about. If you look on the top right there, it says the NBA. You got the Clippers, Portland, Houston, Toronto, Atlanta, Orlando, OKC, Boston, and Denver. These are just super heavy favorites. This really doesn't mean much unless it matches with your other stuff. That's when you kind of take a look at this and just kind of verify what's going on in the prediction markets. This tool right here is part of the SharpEdge, so it's Kalshi Leans. That's part of the SharpEdge. You can get this tool for free for 2 weeks. The link is in the description for that as also. Finally, guys, like I said, I really do appreciate everybody that's here. We've been doing a couple of lives. People are in there commenting and stuff like that, so I really do appreciate that stuff. If you haven't done so, go to the link in the description and click on free picks. Also, check us out. In the pinned comment, I'm going to offer that 1 month pass at a 71% discount. So you'll get the rest of March Madness, and it goes pretty much into baseball. So you definitely want to check that out. Also, if you want, the Discord is 1 week for free, and then check out the SharpEdge. That's actually 2 weeks for free. And that includes everything that I just talked about, and it breaks down the games and everything like that. And most importantly, guys, if you haven't done so, please make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much. Let's have an amazing day.